What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video, which is a migration update for November 9th, 2022. Today we're going to walk you all through how the prior few weeks have progressed with how warm it's been and how stale the birds have been, talk to you about the upcoming weather front and how that might affect migration patterns, and go into a little bit of detail about what we're hearing across the flyways. So thank you for joining, and we're going to hop right into it. So as stated, this is the migration report for November 9th, 2022. Let's kind of start up here in the north and work our way south. Minnesota and South Dakota are still reporting relatively high bird counts. The reports of success, however, have been mixed. The past few weeks have been relatively warm, you all know that, and because of that, the birds have created patterns, and they've just gone nocturnal. There's not been a whole lot of weather to shake them up, and so while there's still a ton of birds up here in the north, they've created patterns, and hunter success has been okay. Moving down to Iowa, there's a lot of geese in Iowa, not as many ducks. Actually, Iowa and Missouri both, per their last reports, which it's been about a week or so since the last reports for these two states, are actually reporting below average duck counts for this time of year. I want to say Missouri for this time of year, again, this was a week ago, but for late October, their bird count was like 40 to 50% below average. Now, however, I will say, though, that some reports that I've gotten from the field, not verifiable reports, can't put them in the map here, but reports I've gotten from hunters are that north and central Missouri picked up a lot of birds in the past week. So the map still showing counts from about a week ago. I've heard that as recent as November 7th and 8th, a lot of these places in Missouri picked up a lot of birds. As you can see, the highest concentration of birds at present moment is the central Illinois River Valley in central Illinois, obviously, in north and northeastern Kansas. That's where the largest concentration of birds as far as counts are concerned go. I will say, though, Oklahoma and Arkansas, I've received a lot of reports of birds starting to finally move in, especially in these two states. The real report has been if you have water, you have birds. Both of these states were extremely dry until that rain we got about a week and a half ago. So yeah, if you've got water, you've likely got birds. What we'll do now is we'll actually just take it back a couple weeks to October 24th, 2022, and I'll just click forward with our date slider so you can see how these states in the central Mississippi flyway picked up birds over time. So I'm just going to click through. You can see we're at Halloween now. And you can actually see how the Illinois River Valley in Kansas start to pick up birds over the past few weeks. I'll do the same thing kind of quickly for Canada geese. I won't really talk too much about the reports themselves, but just to kind of show you the same thing for geese, we'll just kind of click through. Obviously, geese are very late migrators, so you're still going to see a lot of concentration of geese up in Minnesota, the Dakotas, but yeah, there you go. That is the migration report for the past few weeks. So moving into the potential for future migration events, if you didn't already know it, you do now, a large snowstorm is set to hit the northern portion of the United States in the next 48 hours. So what you see here is a weather map showing the likelihood that snowfall will accumulate at least 4 inches for these areas. Areas that have blues and reds denote a high likelihood for this. So as you can see, much of South Dakota, all of North Dakota, and portions of Minnesota and Ontario are showing a high likelihood for at least 4 inches of snow. If we change this map over to 12 inches, how likely is it that there will be at least 12 inches of snow? A large portion of North Dakota is still showing a high likelihood for this. So you think about the birds that are still in these areas, that have been in these areas for the past 2 or 3 weeks due to the relatively warm weather, and what is it going to take to move those birds south? This is it. This amount of snowfall is very likely to get these birds moving and potentially migrating further south down into the central and Mississippi flyways. With weather events on the horizon that are very likely to push a large population of ducks and geese further south along the flyways, it's important to check how wind will factor into these potential migration events. So what you see here is a wind map from windy.com showing the wind speeds and directions 2,500 feet up into the air. And what you can see is that from these areas of high snowfall accumulation in the Dakotas, there is a huge amount of support with north and northwesterly winds for these potential migrations into areas further south along the flyways. You can see the wind is moving almost directly down the Missouri River, if you can follow my cursor, into these further south states. So if I was a duck or goose hunter in Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas or northwest or north central Missouri, I would be paying attention over the next 4 or 5 days because, as we all know, nothing is guaranteed in life, certainly not with Mother Nature and certainly not with hunting, but there is a high likelihood that if migration events do occur, birds will be pushed down this river system into these 4 states. Well, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all are as excited as I am about the upcoming weather front. Please, if you found this interesting or of use, give it a like, subscribe, or go follow us on Instagram, and also spread the word. We're a relatively new company, and if you found use of this, someone else might too. So with all that said, as always, good luck hunting, stay safe out there, and thank you so very much.